I'm Mia Trochi, and I played Amy March in Main Street Theater's 2019 production of Little Women. 2020 has been a crazy year. Everything we've known has been turned upside down with the pandemic of COVID-19. Main Street Theater has been bringing you performances since 2014, but we've had to reimagine how we can produce theatrical shows. So this year, for everyone's safety, we've gone from in-person theater to socially distant theater online. We've produced 3 online shows this year, 2 socially distant Main Street mysteries, and a Tucker Talent Showcase. We often end the year with a short, fun, live Christmas skit at Tucker's Christmas on Main. So, in the spirit of ending 2020 on a good note, enjoy some Christmas cheer with words from local Tucker children and adults in Holiday on Main Street, Stories of the Season.
He's a magical person who goes down the chimney with a long beard.
And then once the toys are all made, they'll put him in a sack, and then he'll ride his sled.
And then he takes off with his flying reindeer, so he can deliver all the Christmas presents to all the boys and girls across the world. And he eats cookies every Christmas, and he helps make toys. He says, ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everyone!
I feel like I heard him last year on the roof. It sounded like somebody was walking on the roof, like somebody was walking, like you know that sound when you're out, outside, like just walking. I heard it on the roof. In his workshop, where his elves create all the toys. He lives in the North Pole on the top of the world.
Well, the north is up, and Europe is in Europe the continent is mostly going up, and Iceland is it's its own country, so it's kind of like if you kind of walk, I don't know, 100 or more miles, you would probably hit the North Pole because it's all the way up the top.
Every year we went to our local mall near me. I'm from South Fulton, the Greenbrier Mall. They always had a Santa in the middle, and me and my little sister it's always something we look forward to.
With my oldest son is when he was in 3rd grade, and he started having some questions. And we went to the tree lighting on Main Street here in Tucker, and it absolutely made my mama's heart just swell, and I actually did tear up a little bit because when Santa came in on the fire truck and came down, he went crazy. Santa, I'm right here. Santa, here I am. And it was the absolute perfect Christmas memory for me.
When I was growing up in Virginia, we visited Santa every year. It was kind of a big thing. We would go downtown to the legendary Santa Claus, which necessitated about a 2-hour wait in line. But when you finally got to the front of the lines, you would meet with the Snow Queen. And you would chat with the Snow Queen about what you wanted. It was always amazing when you would take that next step and go see Santa. He always knew your name. Come on up here, Matthew. It's so good to see you. And it always blew your mind as a kid. How does he know my name? Later in life, I figured out the Snow Queen actually had a microphone. But she would say your name right as you were going up to see Santa, and it let him know who he was going to see.
One time my dad told us a story. It's Santa Claus is just working, and then his elves are working, and then the reindeers were just the reindeers were in their shed just sleeping, and then all of a sudden these people just walk in, and they see the reindeer, and they're like, what? Because they're freaked out that they're in the North Pole. because they have been walking miles and miles and miles and miles and miles to see them. And they're like, oh, look, it's a cool shed. So they go open the shed and it's the reindeer. Like, oh, wow. It's awesome.
He has helpers, the little elves, they help him.
The elves are like little people who have like pointy ears, and they help Santa make toys.
Well, they wear little green outfits. He helps the machines that makes the toys stay up and running, and the elves help get the toy parts that he helps make.
Well, basically what the elves do is, like, if Santa wants them to make toys, they will make toys, and sometimes they'll take breaks, and then sometimes there'll just be days where they just work and work and work, and they do nothing but just work. They just wake up and work.
He has a naughty list and a nice list.
It has people's names on it. It depends on how you've been this year. So if you've been a good girl or boy, he'll put you on the nice list and then you will get presents. But if you've been naughty and do bad things, you sometimes don't get presents. Normally you get coal.
Because if you get in trouble or something a lot, then you're not going to get presents, because he only gives them to good kids. Do something like really naughty, like tell on somebody that even if they didn't do it, but they didn't do it, then they would get on the naughty list.
You can finish your homework and be honest. It helps your parents know that they can trust you. And you could do good deeds, like if a cat's stuck in a tree, you could help. Or, help your parents bring in groceries or something like that.
All of my family is in the Chicago area. We are the only ones that transplanted down here when I was 18 months. So it wasn't often that we would go back up north for the holidays, but the one time that we did, it snowed, and it was absolutely delightful. But the actual funny part is and it's not that funny actually, but we were driving home from Chicago to Atlanta, and it was snowing and it was a blizzard, and Dad completely lost control of the car, and we went spinning in our deluxe station wagon and almost went off the road. And I don't know why I find that funny, but I do.
My parents are from South Georgia, so every afternoon we drove down there. And so once I met up with my cousins, they had bikes, I had the PlayStations. Whatever we had, the rest of that day was just Christmas bliss, and we just tore up and played with everything. So that was my greatest memory, just getting down there and playing with everybody with everything.
On Christmas afternoon, we would go over to my great-grandmother's house, and you would have dozens of cousins and second cousins and third cousins all running around playing, and just a packed house. She lived in a very small farmhouse, and it was just full of people. And we would always have Christmas lunch over there and just see everybody. And she had so many great grandkids. I think she gave us each like $1 for Christmas, because if she gave any more, it would break her.
Sometimes they go down to Earth and survey and go down to houses to survey if they're looking at Santa Claus put the presents, or if there's a camera set up or anything, and they disable it or something.
And they do what?
And they disable it.
Okay. Whoa, hello. That's all right. That's all right.
Whoa.
He has a magical sleigh that's flown by reindeer and Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. And they help him fly, And they fly because they're magical. Normally reindeers can't fly, but they're magical so they can. And that's how he gets around the world.
I was waiting for you to ask that question. He uses the unicorn, a magical, mystical, Christmas-colored unicorn, to ride around the world, and as he goes, he drops the presents into the fireplace, and they bounce off in the wood in your fireplace, and then they bounce into your stockings and under the tree.
Well, he has this sleigh that's pulled by a reindeer, and the elves help him on there.
Well, the sleigh, it's red. It's red and white, and there's like a little sit area, and then he'll have his like reindeer. So if his reindeers will go by 3, and then and then 3, 3, then 4, then 3, then 2, and then Rudolph is at the front.
And so he like jumps off onto the roof and drops in, and then he puts presents under the tree for everybody, and he goes back to the North Pole.
Strangely enough, kind of the same thing. We wake up here, have Christmas with our kids, have breakfast, and we head down to South Georgia to now where my parents actually live. So we get down there, and Grandma and Granddaddy got more toys, so I get to see them glow up again. So right now it's kind of the same thing. Play at home, head to South Georgia, and keep it going.
My niece actually came up with this phrase of Christmas Adam. So there is Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and then there's Christmas Adam. And on Christmas Adam is when we prepare the meal that my side of the family gets together, and it's always my mother's fried rice and homemade egg rolls. So Christmas Adam, all the grandkids gather with my mother and help her create that, and then on Christmas Eve, we celebrate.
Every year we go to the botanical gardens here in Atlanta to go see their Santa Claus. And it's a best kept secret. He's hidden away back in the orchid house. There's never a wait. They don't charge you for pictures or anything, and the boys love it. They get as much time with him as they want. And so if the Christmas lists are long, or if they're just feeling especially chatty, there's nobody rushing them away.
I don't know all of them, but the ones I know are Rudolph, Comet, and Vincent.
There's Onyx and Vixen and Rudolph.
Dixon, Connor, Cupid, Donna, Vixen, and that's all I can remember. See, Rudolph is a good name. And maybe Rosie, because they help. And I also like the name Carrie, because it's like caring, but it's Carrie.
Christian, Lucas, Mark, John, Max, Nathan, Oliver, Arthur.
Uni.
Excellent. Uni?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's what I name all of my unicorn stuffies.
You name all of them Uni.
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
There's Big Uni and Little Uni and Fat Uni.
You bake cookies and with a glass of milk, and you put them on a little table so that when he comes down, he has a little special treat.
And then for the reindeers, we leave out carrots outside. Well, we put a key behind the snowman because we have no chimney.
Okay.
So we lock the doors and wait for him at night. And so he gets the key, he comes in our house, and then he puts presents under the tree. He sneaks out the front door and back into his sleigh, which is probably on the roof.
So does Santa eat the cookies and drink the milk at every house?
I feel like he does, but I don't know if he gets full.
And then once we wake up, it's all gone. He came.
It means that I can be with my family and friends, and that I can give presents to them and make them happy, and they can also give me presents, which makes me happy.
Or you get to decorate your tree, and a train normally goes around it. And you wake up on Christmas morning, get ready to get presents. And you have fun. Sometimes there's snow on Christmas, but there's normally no snow.
Well, it's not just the presents. I get to see lots of family around Christmas. Well, the presents are the fun. They're really cool and they're awesome. Sometimes you get something that you wouldn't think you were gonna get. Like, what if you're like, okay, even though I don't have the money, I might not get this cool Xbox. And then you open up a present, it's an Xbox. Like, I got an Xbox. I got an Xbox, oh my gosh. Because I was saving up money for it. It took me the past year. And I was so excited. But I also like it because I also get to see family a lot. Like, not just us five and our dogs, like everyone, and it's really fun.
It means that Jesus was born on December 25th, and so that's why we celebrate Christmas. Christmas means music, decorating, presents, spending time with your family, probably not watching football because that's like their tradition. I'm out. And yeah.
Coming together and just enjoying the toys, the conversation, the breakfast, just feeling like if it's only for this one day, we're just thankful and happy to be in the spirit with each other.
Christmas is the birth of Jesus, and that's what we teach our kids.
Also just expressing our love for one another and our gratitude to one another for the past year and all that has occurred. On behalf of the City of Tucker,
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
And happy holidays. Ho, ho, ho. Enjoy it.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays!